car coming around
left
me.
lane by a hair. That's gonna be a close one.
You gotta see that finish.
Holy
I can't see my car.
He may have finished. It's coming. He may have finished on the wheelie bar.
There it is. There.
You may have finished on the bar on that one.
Well,
I
the
thought Adam was in front.
will definitely
I thought
show
that-
High,
that.
high, it looked like he
It looked
was.
like, but it looked.
It was so close, guys.
I don't know how the
I
won that,
thought
man.
you came around
That was
me
a
hard.
hard launch, too.
Welcome to Bolton, Ontario, Canada, where the RC drag racing scene is really heating up. That was just one of the many crazy races between the Bolton Street Outlaws. In this crew, we never stop trying to be the fastest. The Bolton Street Outlaws are really a bunch of car guys that are just really competitive.
Sick race truck.
Everybody's got their own project or had projects in the past. Had a lot of turbocharged builds, Volkswagen builds, Honda builds.
Holy
And I really met most of these guys through real cars and racing our real cars. Most of us had some sort of background in RC. We really started to think about what if we started racing these. My name is Mark, and I'm the Tree Master for the Bolton Street Outlaws. The Tree Master is a name created by one of the members, Greg, as the guy who sets up the drag tree, or what's really called the Traxxas DTS1. And the Tree Master to me is also the guy who sets up the races, and I've set up a lot of races within our own crew and sometimes against other crews. In your basic race, it's a point A to point B, first one to get from the start to the finish without crossing and without jumping is your winner. We race 10 scale cars. So I measure out 132 feet on a measuring wheel, which is a tenth of 1320 feet of a real quarter mile. We put a tape line across the finish line and also down the center of the track. You cannot cross the center line at any point in the race, or that is an automatic loss. So now with racing RC cars instead of our real cars, we can stay off the streets, stay out of trouble, and still get all the competitiveness that we would have with our real cars, now with just small cars. We had a arm drop or a flashlight start, and we had two pylons, a start pylon and a finish pylon. You had to have a guy at the end of the race to see who won, because sometimes the races are so close, it's hard to see by eye. You also had to film it with your camera on your phone. At first, and within our group, we really had no rules. It was, you brought whatever you had, it didn't really matter. As long as it was 10 scale really was the only thing. You could run whatever power you wanted, whatever tires you wanted, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. It didn't matter. We had just a blast of just getting the guys together and drag racing. We got the Traxxas DTS1 and we fully set it up, and we got the timing system and everything going. That changed the whole landscape of our drag racing group. Now we could see who was jumping, we could see, you know, our times, our speeds. We could see if somebody was lined up perfectly, not a little bit more than the other guy. That gets rid of any need for a flagger at the front to flag the race, a spotter at the end of the race to see who wins, and it also catches if somebody is going to jump or not, better than a human does.
Oh, Mark red lighted.
We kept this racing going for about 3 years before 2020 rolled around, and we discovered there was other crews just like us. Alex, one of the original guys, ends up finding a Facebook group for RC drag racing in Southern Ontario area where we are. So I started diving into how they race in this group, and I saw that they were enforcing the proper no prep RC drag racing rules. So I presented to the guys, why don't we try to either convert our cars to make it fit in this class, or even build a separate car. So now we start building these no prep 2-cell cars, or the street eliminator class cars. So now that we saw that there was other crews out there from this Facebook group, just like our crew, we now needed to come up with an identity and a name to identify ourselves. Most of our races either started in Bolton or had something to do with Bolton, Ontario. And during the 2020 season, we did all of our races pretty much in Bolton. It was natural for us to name us after the place that we're all in as the Bolton Street Outlaws. I can't wait for everyone to see all the close races we had and some of the great tournaments that we've held and the big main event that we did towards the end of the 2020 season.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the upcoming action from the BSO.